Let's go. Not get excited, Justin. Calm down. Just a little bit. Just relax. This is Fred, by the way. So I've been a bit bored on this trip on my own. Fred's going to be chilling with me. I got smoked by a couple of owners. One was a trucking day, so that's kind of my excuse. All right, so this is it. This is Camp Patriot for 2026. Day 4 of the trip to Camp Patriot 2026, and today is the day. I've really got one option that I've got on my mind. There's a couple of others to check out, but if we can roll into Wilcannia, check out the station, and it ticks all the boxes, I think we're going to nail the location for Camp Patriot 2026. Morning. It's I think it's about 5:36 a.m. in the morning. I'm just planning out a little bit of the route. I've already been up this morning, got a coffee going, fires going outside. This trip's pretty monumental. We've done 1,450 k's, and this is the morning of day 3. We've done 1,450 k's in 2 days. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments, where's Sarah, where's all the kids? It's good to give those guys a break too. You know, the kids are getting a little bit older now and they've got their own things to do. At the moment, the twins are back renovating their factory. They're building a big mezzanine, they've painted all the walls and all the rest of it. They're right in the middle of that project, and you know, it's kind of time that I can't just go, right boys, get in the car, let's go, or Mia, get in the car, let's go. She's at university, I can't pull her out anymore, you know, and she's doing really, really well, so we want to keep her in there. So getting out and doing these type of trips on my own is probably going to be, you're probably going to see a little bit more of that. It's going to be interesting. Chuck it in the comments whether I suppose the flow of these episodes kind of works, you know what I mean? It's something completely different. It's hard trying to get the dialogue out. Obviously I do like to talk about our stuff a lot, and I do like to talk about the destinations I go to a lot, and Pete's nodding his head behind the camera, but you know, this is genuinely what motivates me. This is what excites me, getting out, seeing what these things can do, living in them. You know, I've got another list, you know, as long as my arm of changes and improvements that I want, you know, for the products, and this is where it all comes from. But look, anyway, let's get back to it. Let's talk about what the plan is for today. So night 1 of Camp Patriot, we're going to travel. It's a big day, about 560 k's. There's Nindy Gully there, so we're going to stop at Nindy Gully at the pub, as you saw. Then from Nindy Gully, we're going to drive down through here. We're going to stop at the Artesian Pools for lunch, and then we're going to go through Bree, and just about here is where that station stay is, where we had that epic sunset. So that's going to be night 2. Morning of day 3, we're going to get everybody into Burke. We're either going to go to the, little Mimi out of me to a story. We're going to get into, obviously, either do the paddle steamer or the back of Burke. And then we get onto the dirt road. So we're going to come in here, we're going to stop at the Tilpa pub, we're going to have a pub lunch there. I'm waiting for the publican to call me, I'll get that organised for the whole convoy. Then from the Tilpa pub, it's about another 2-hour drive into Camp Patriot, which I'm going to show you guys the property today. Fingers crossed, this is the one. I've got one singled out. We've got 3 or 4 properties to look at, but I've got one in my mind and I'm going there first because I think it's just going to be perfect. And I spoke to the owners of the property yesterday, and they're so excited to have us down there. They just had a good vibe, so it sounds really good. But yeah, comfy sleep last night again. I had the heater on. Pete did not have his heater on in his swag, but he does have 2 blankets, and I just got a thin little sheet, so I needed the heater. That's my story, and I'm sticking to that. Let's get in the ram. Let's get the hell out of Dodge.
Best time of the day when you're travelling out west, and especially on these roads. I can't believe the condition of these roads are unbelievable. Camp Patriot's got to be in October though, like I keep saying. So it's about 3 months from now, about 12 weeks, 11 weeks or something to go from when I'm filming right now. When you'll be seeing this content, probably be about 8 weeks to go. So I don't know how the road's going to deteriorate, but you know, it's not school holidays, it's not really travelling season. We're not passing a lot of traffic. Got stuck behind those vans yesterday, but besides that, you've got to keep an eye out for all of these guys. I mean, there is roadkill everywhere, there's carnage everywhere. So just be careful when you travel. But look, we're meant to get into the property in Wilcannia about 8 o'clock. It's about it's 8 o'clock right now. We're probably still an hour away. We've just been mucking around filming, just trying to show you guys what's around. But if you get the opportunity when you're out traveling, how we normally roll, we're normally on the road just as the sun's rising. We always try and stop before sunset. That's kind of how our convoy, our Patriot game always rolls. Obviously, if we're trying to make a destination, we'll burn through the night light, but typically speaking, when we're traveling, because the morning, getting the sunrise on the road, watching the road go from dark to light, wildlife is everywhere that time of the morning, you know, wherever you are around the country. So yeah, that's the way that we travel. Get down to Wilcannia, we only got an hour to go. Roads are in great nick, great condition, very, very dusty. So make sure that you got all your seals are all sorted out. You've got nice clean filters. I'm trialling a new DRS system, dust reduction system on this SD5 behind me at the moment. And what a place to be this time of year. Well, here's the reason why the roads are in such good nick. Look at these boys, into it with the grader. Yeah, boys, doing a sick job. So the graders are running up and down here. I'm not sure how constant they're out here, but I'm sure they'll probably, that crew, I'd assume, they just go all the way up, all the way back, and all the way up, and I reckon that's just another truck up there in the distance. So yeah, can't stress enough, the roads are glamour. They're really, really good dig, which is a bit disappointing for Trinamic, because Trinamic likes the big bumps. Alright, Wilcannia. Wilcannia is it's a fair town. It's a from Burke to here, this is probably the biggest town, I'm assuming, that we've passed by. Yeah, there is another place to get supplies here. There is another place to get fuel. We'll have a quick drive around the town. I haven't got time to get out because I'm going to get down and meet the property owner, which is only like 3 k's out of town. So that's another really good thing about this spot, about this property that we're looking at here. If you need to run back into town, if you want to come back into the pub, if you need a bit of a break to get away from the chaos of Camp Patriot, I don't think that's going to be the case. It's nice and close. There is a hospital in town. Everybody who's coming in from the eastern side of the coast, or even from down south, if you don't have the time to do the Darling River run, then you can obviously just run straight out on the road, and you can come in from multiple directions into Wilcannia on the tarmac. So if you're stretched on time, or you're coming from another trip, or you're going to be taken off on another trip, it's going to be super easy for everyone to get to. That's why we've chosen this destination. Flowing straight through town, crossing the Darling River again right now. We're going to get into the property. You're going to see, actually, hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to be the one. Couple of kilometres out of Wilcannia, we're stopping at a destination that I'm really hoping is going to be it. The entire team have put the work into this, but until I get down here and check the property out, who knows, we've got a couple of options further down south. But if everything goes right, this could be Camp Patriot for 2026. Welcome to Warrawong. I think this is it. I'm going to confirm this at the end of this video. We haven't made our final pick, but
I've just done like a 2-hour tour of the entire property. They've given us access to part of the property that people aren't allowed to go to. People aren't allowed to camp on. It's right on the Darling River. They have all the equipment here, front end loaders. We're going to cut a little bit of a pad down. Not cut a pad, we're going to clear a bit of a pad down there. Hey, oh, buddy. What's up with that? He wants to get down. This is Fred, by the way. So I've been a bit bored on this trip on my own. Fred's going to be chilling with me for a sec. I'm not sure how old he is, but he's very young. So, a couple of things. When you get to Warrawong, this is where you will first check in. This is reception here. Inside, they have some meats, bakery. They get stuff in from the bakery. There's a cool Aboriginal art gallery out the back. There's a food truck here on site. They run from 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock every single day. So, if you do want to come up here and get burgers and whatever you can, I'm going to get rid of this guy and just to say, hey. Sorry, mate. Mate, it's all good. Good? We're good? Okay. Over here, you've got full laundry behind me over at the back. So there's full shower facilities, toilet facilities, laundry there. You can do washing. If you're traveling in, you can wash here or throughout. Camp Patriot, you can too. There's a beautiful billabong down the back here. And this is where they've got some caravan sites for people that are traveling through. Normally Monday, this is a really big deal here. But this is not where we're camping. They do have cabins on site as well. So if you do want to come out to Camp Patriot, and you're looking to buy a trailer, jump on the website, Warrawong, and you can book some cabins. There's about 21 cabins here, but you want to book them really quick. The festivities, I was going to mention this. There is phone reception here, right throughout the property, if I can get that on silent. I don't know how I feel about that, but I think it's really good for the social media point of view, and obviously with a big group, the amount of people got coming out, haven't been able to call each other is awesome. We're 980 k's to Melbourne, we're 950 k's to Sydney, we're 1,300 kilometres to Brisbane, we're 700 k's to Adelaide, and you guys in Perth are a long way away. So this is the most central location that I can get outback, that the Patriot owners can get a good experience going down the Darling River Run, and anybody who's looking at becoming a Patriot owner, you can run out here on the tarmac. But don't think for a second that we're, I don't know, you can't call it a caravan park. That this isn't going to be remote, because stay with me for just a minute. I want to show you this is a big property, thousands of acres, and they've given me something down the back of this property that is a gem. And Matt, the owner out here, he'd never even been there before, never been to that particular area on the property. So we've I think we've absolutely nailed it with this one, but the final decision hasn't been made yet. You'll stick around to the end of this video and I'll let you know exactly where we've decided to hold the 2026 Camp Patriot.
So you drive in past the cabins, and once you get past the cabins, you get onto the red dirt, and then you start heading towards the back of the property. So we want to make sure that absolutely everybody can get out here. Big consideration is getting the Mack truck out as well. So I'm coming up to the gate now. This is where the public aren't allowed to access, but right down the back of the property, we're going to go for an awesome drive, very, very Darling River Run-esque, yeah? And we're going to get down to the campsite. Heading out the back of Warrawong and going through that gate, it seems like the country just changed instantly. I felt like this was it. This was the place. The scenery is everything that I'd pictured. The red dirt, the Darling River, all of the gum trees. I'm pretty confident this is going to be Camp Patriot. Paddock's full of kangaroos, and big reds out here. Emus, we saw at least a dozen emus out here this morning, and obviously goats. There are goats everywhere out here. Now, you'll see coming up on my right here now is the actual Darling River. So we're going to follow the Darling River all the way in to the campsite, and I'll show you why I'm so excited about it. You're going to have to use a little bit of imagination here. All right, guys, use a little bit of imagination. But you got to trust me too, right? When it comes to camping, I think I know a thing or two about it. But look at this. Look at this area. Is this not already? we're getting close. You come to this sign here, you'll see Bondi. By the time that you get to here, if you're coming to Camp Patriot, you're going to see the big Patriot archway set up, and about now you're going to get a glimpse of the Mack truck. Yeah, you'll see the Mack all set up. You're going to see on the right hand sign over here through the trees, I've got a bit of a plan for the reveal of our new product, for the launch of our new product. I think that's going to be epic. So I'm pretty much in the center of Camp Patriot right now. I'm going to leave this here, come for a walk with me, and I'm going to show you through the vision, and we'll see how it all comes together. All right, so this is it. This is Camp Patriot for 2026. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident. I don't want to say right now in this video that this is it in case something changes, but okay. Let's not get excited, Justin, calm down. Just a little bit, just relax a little bit. This is a potential site for Camp Patriot for 2026. No, let's get excited. I think this is it, right? I want to get the big Patriot archway that we got for Camp Patriot last year. I want that set up on the road coming in. And then as people come in, I'm going to set up a river stage here. So this is where the Mack truck is going to be positioned. Have the doors open, have the stage set up. We've got, we started organising live music. We've got some local bands and potentially a band coming in from Broken Hill. So on the Friday night and the Saturday night, we're going to have live music going in the afternoon. You can see all the way down the river down there. I can't help but thinking, I really wish the twins didn't sell their jet boat, because jet boat rides here would have been epic. So boys, got about 10 weeks if you could knock another one together. So you've got views down the river there, views up the river up here, nice high vantage point. The sunrises from this position here are going to be amazing. Picture the bonfire going, the tent set up and all the rest of it. It's going to be epic. But I can also tell you, you're going to have the kids coming around the river all day, every day, which is going to be cool. So kayaks, paddle boards, inflatable boats, make sure you bring all of that sort of stuff, fishing gear and the rest of it. So once we clear it all out, you'll imagine all of this, like all of this clover and stuff, imagine this all nice and short and mowed down, and this whole area kind of covered in that stuff. I think it's going to look absolutely magic. So this is at the end of the peninsula. So it's a big V right from the start, from the area right to this point of the Darling here. But you can picture once again all of this deadwood all cleared out, and all Patriot campers all the way around the riverbank, all the way around here. Crew in the middle, couple of bonfires going. No need to bring firewood, and don't bring your chainsaws. You're not allowed to use a chainsaw or cut timber on this property, but Matt is going to give us truckloads of the stuff, as much as we need. Now the reason that they call this area Bondi is on the other side, which is part of the campsite. So let's go for a walk over there, and like I said, just trust me, number one. Number two, use your imagination. Coming off that big peninsula where the main campsite's going to be, there's another gorgeous area down here, and this is probably the main reason that I've picked this. This is the lowest bank on the property. So this is where you can get access, kayaks and boats, and all. You can fish off the river banks. You can fish off the banks up there. The river is full of red claw as well, so make sure you bring your yabby pots. So coming down in here, we'll probably have another fire area down in here, and we're right on the Darling. This is all going to be mowed down, so this will just look like turf, look like grass, which is perfect. So your kayaks and your boats and everything, just drag them from camp, walk them down the hill, and you can come straight down in here. You can leave them obviously here for the weekend, not up in Arnhem Land, and we're not on the Gold Coast, you don't have to worry about the tides. So just pull your boat up a little bit, pull your kayak up. You can leave them right on the bank here, and then whenever you feel like, mornings, afternoons, during the middle of the day, you can have a float down the river. And yeah, I think this is the spot, right on the Darling. I'm super excited. We put a lot of work into this. Yeah, what a property, what a location. Close enough that it's accessible to everybody, remote enough that it feels like Patriot campers, right? And on one of the Australian icons, on the Darling River, you know?
it's the history around it, it's the adventure around it, it's the pubs, and I think most importantly, you've seen right throughout this series, it's the people. The people out here are just that. It's just another level. It's so refreshing from coming one of the cities, and they got nothing but time for you out here, you know, and they just want to help. And when I got here this morning, I explained to Lynn and Matt what I wanted, and they kind of looked at each other and they're like, let's give him access down the back. So guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We will confirm it a little bit later on. What I will do before we take off, we might just shoot a couple of shots around here, should give you guys a bit of the picture, and then I'll show you some other things that we're going to do on the property and talk about some other activities that are going to happen right throughout the weekend. About 50 metres, so behind me over there, I know it's really hard to get the perspective from the ground level, but so that's the whole camp over there. If you can kind of picture, the Bondi Beach is just down in between those trees over there. The river stage, we're going to call it, it's going to be set up there. And then what I'm going to do on this side here, this is where the Patriot display is going to be. So we'll have ST5, ST7, X3, our new products are going to be here as well. Might have just given away a little bit of a hint, but they'll be here on display. And what I'm going to do, it's massive, well, 8 days for all of my staff, so I'll probably have the staff camped up over here. We're going to have the servicing tent. We did that at Camp Patriot last year and it was amazing. Free servicing for all Patriot customers. We're going to bring a heap of parts, you just pay for the parts, all the labour's on us. Christian and Ashton will be running that this year, probably with one of the girls and one of the boys from the service team. We'll kind of have to see how we go, and it's just about, we'll get through as many as we can. There's no bookings. It's kind of come over in the morning, queue up is how we did it, and you can just leave the trailer there and leave your car there and hand us the keys, and we'll just kind of deal with it. And we'll do like a pre-trip inspection on it. We'll do wheel bearings, brakes, you know, talk everything down, go through any issues. We'll have most of the common items that need to replace. Ram Trucks Australia will be here with us as well. So Ram Trucks will be set up on display here. If you want to drive a 1500 Ram, we'll see what we can do to get another 2500 down here. Might see if we can get both of them down here so people can take them for test drives around the paddock. But the reversing challenge is going to happen just in here too. So you can see this treat area here. The big dog will come and map out a track there. See if he can maybe take the title out again this year. Did he win it last year? Yeah, he did. He did win it. Where did I come? Somewhere way down. I got smoked by a couple of owners. One was a truckie though, so that's kind of my excuse. But a couple of the owners, badass at reversing. Some of them, no good at reversing. So that reversing challenge is awesome. Hang around for just a minute because I'm going to show you some other really cool activities that we can do with the families, the kids, and the people who like drinking wine or drinking beer or drinking rum or drinking whiskey on the sunset. Just rolled over to really, I think we're at like the eastern side of the property, the eastern boundary of the property. You go through these fields and it's really cool, and then you're back into the thick timber. The Darling River is right beside me now. So this is, look, it's still only maybe a 10-minute drive from camp. What we're going to do is set up here one afternoon. One of the events is going to be sunset drinks. Now, they call it Big Red Gum, and I'll show you what they mean by Big Red Gum. This thing is monstrous. Alright, come with me. It's only just down here to the river. So, the Big Red Gum, again, it's literally a big red gum. Look at the friggin' size of this thing. Coming over the You know what? I reckon it's right. Go back. Have a look at this. Go back. I mean, my wingspan's not that big. I'm no Michael Jordan by any stretch of the imagination, but this thing is friggin' huge. So that's the story behind Big Red Gum. But the story behind the location, so picture this in the afternoon. Girls, a couple of bottles of white, maybe some Prosecco, maybe some champagne. Boys, big Eskies full of Bundy tinnies, some Northerns. I don't know what you guys down south drink, but we'll be drinking the Northerns. Maybe some Goldies, could be afternoon, a little bit of red cordial, a snake bite maybe, I don't know. You choose your flavour. So, sunset bar. We have a river stage, we have a reverse challenge, we have Bondi Beach, and we have a sunset bar. You feel what I'm putting down here? You're seeing why I'm so excited about this property. I think this is going to come together amazing. All right, I'm going to show you something else.
Now we're heading back up towards the main entrance to the station, and there's a cool little activity that I know Sarah is going to lose her mind when she says this. Cool little activity that you guys can come over here whenever you like. This is a private orchard. Now by October, by the time we're here, they're thinking most of them it's not going to be as abundant as it would be in these sort of months right now. But lemons, oranges, mandarins, limes, there's about 5 or 6 different citruses. But yeah, come and have a look at this. I don't know if you're into that kind of thing, which Sarah is definitely into this kind of thing. Her and Mia will spend probably a day out here and eat citrus until they actually can't eat it anymore. Come and have a look. It's a cool little activity.
Look at that. That literally, I just touched it and it just fell off a tree. I think that's a navel orange. These are mandarins. I wonder if the other one it literally just fell off. But you can come over here with your kiddos and they've got lemons, tangerines, mandarins, navel oranges, and some exotic citrus fruit that I've never even heard of. I can't even remember the name of it. But this will be a cool activity. Bring the kiddos over, run around here, pick as much as you want. They don't sell them. This is just for private, so they give them out to all the other station owners around here. He was telling me the other station owners are allowed to come out here whenever they want, take whatever citrus they want. Actually, some lemons over here. Come and have a look at this. So every row, I think, is something a little bit different. That might be the exotic fruit that I've never heard about. I don't even know what that is. It looks like a lemon, but it's very round. Doesn't taste like a lemon at all. That's a little bit bitter. I honestly don't know what that is. Sarah will know exactly what that is. Her and Mia live off this stuff. Again, that one's not perfectly right, but by October, he said that, yeah, everything will be perfect. I have had that before. Don't know what it's called though. Very bitter. I'm taking these with me. So anyway, bring the kids down, run around here as much as you want. Just a cool little activity, something to fill in a little bit of time, and take as much as you want.
Taking you down to another chill spot. So we've just left the orchard. Not far from the orchard is what they call Pelican Bay. So if you want to take the kids for a swim, you want to have a swim yourself, this is the place to do it. It's a billabong. So it's got a big balance pipe that runs to the Darling River, but the Darling River at the moment, depending on when we get out here, it's only about 600 mil deep in here. It's super deep. The water's going to be, because it's deeper, I think it's going to be a little bit cleaner. You probably just want to check with the property owners. If your kids start getting ear infections and that sort of stuff, don't really blame me, or a leg falls off or whatever. I don't actually, I'm going to say I don't know how clean the water is. Check with the owners. But Matt said to me this morning, Lynn said the same thing. This is the place to bring the kids for a swim. You can bring the kayaks and the paddle boards and whatever, or just go straight in off the shore and have a swim here. So I'm heading back up to the office now. That about rounds out the things that we're going to do on Camp Patriot, but there is other stuff to do around here. We're going to head into Wilcannia. We'll give you a bit of a look around Wilcannia so you know what kind of supplies are in there. Matt was saying this morning it is quite expensive in there though. The golf club is the best place to get alcohol, but you know, when you consider expensive, you got to consider it's remote. For me personally, I like supporting the local towns. I don't go out of my way to save $5 a carton because I'd rather inject the money into these towns out here. And I mean, that comes back to the whole Australian made thing, right? I like people injecting money into the country, into the communities. Yeah, I do my very best to buy as much as I can when I'm out in these towns for what I need. So yeah, you can see there's a campsite over here. You know, you can get caravans down in here. I don't know if I drag one of those super big ones down in here, you might rip a roof off, but the Darling River is just on my right, Billabong's on the left. Let's get up, say goodbye to Lynn and Matt, say thank you for having us out here today, and maybe a pre-thank you for hosting Camp Patriot this year, and we'll get over to Wilcannia. All right, we're back at the office, leaving the truck running. I want to show you something really cool if you didn't see the build series, because I'm going to air back up now, so kind of, oh, my interflate's on that side. Give me, I'll go this way. And PS ram box. If you order a ram without ram box, you kind of know where, right? Because once you've had it, you can't do it without it. I've had a couple with and a couple without now, but I'm just going to air back up now while we go and start mucking around, because I don't have a tank in this thing. So filling up 435s is quite slow, but what I wanted to show you is real quick, a little bit dusty inside the ram box. There's that fine dust is everywhere. I'll be honest with you, I've got a little bit of dust inside that trailer. I'm testing that new DRS. I'm not that happy with it. I think we need to make some changes, but really good tip, I tell everyone. Very, very silty, very fine. It's like talcum powder, this stuff, like look at it. Get a bit of Vaseline around all your seals before you travel down there. There's a tip for anyone, any rubber seals. Just a little smear of Vaseline around the seals, it stops a lot. I've got an air compressor mounted in here. I've got a full air replacement in the back of the Ram, obviously by Airbag Man. And yeah, this is the plug for Airbag Man because I've been working with these guys for 12 years now. Family company, they help me with a lot of engineering, the development of Trinamic and all the airbags and all the rest of it. And again, like I was saying before, supporting Australian companies. That's my Starlink switch. So you can see here, if I've got a Starlink on the trailer at the moment, but if I'm running a Starlink, that's the power. We still haven't got around to labelling this. That arms my system right there. And then left-hand side, watch how far I can sack this thing. So I can come all the way down on the left-hand side, and obviously you can do the same on the right. And then obviously the compressor is plumbed straight in to the airbags. I'm probably going to add a receiver tank into this, so it just lets the airbag build more pressure and you can inflate and deflate so much quicker. But what I'll do is now with the Indiflate, get a hair tie off your missus, that's the trick. I'll show you the reason for the hair tie in just a second. So I'll plug that straight onto there. That'll balance all 4 tyres. When I plug in, I don't want to stand here for 5 or 10 minutes holding that thing. Sarah's not here, so I'm going to have to come up with another plan, but get your missus' hair tie and wrap the hair tie around there. And you go and do what you got to do, come back 5-10 minutes, make a coffee, have a smoke, whatever the hell you're into for that 5 minutes, and your tyres are inflated. There's a tip. So no Sarah means no hair tie. So substitute a little bit. This is camera tape. This is camera guy's tape. You know how you can tell? Because it's so. I've never seen tape like that. What do you even use this for? I don't know. What do you even do with that? What is that? Look how thin that is. That's not race tape, Pete. You got race tape, though. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, of course. Got race tape. So I'm just going to let that do its thing. Get ourselves sorted. Get into Wilcannia, get some fuel. Then it's highway time. We're burning 1,500 kilometres home on the highway. We're going for it. We want to be home for the weekend. just crossed the Darling River Bridge, just left the property. Hey, look there, look right there. How good's that? Patriot's doing Patriot things. Is that a sign? Tell me that's not a sign. Is it? That's definitely a sign. There is a Patriot, used to be an X1H, it's been converted into an X1N with a bungee top with a rooftop tent on. How are you, mate? Nice trailer.
So never met, but obviously recognise your face.
How you going, Justin? Mate, I just pulled into town. We just got the drone in there. I was filming and I caught it out of the corner of mine. I'm like, there's a Patriot. How freaking cool is that? If that doesn't make you proud to be a business owner, I don't know what does. 12 years ago, I started this thing with that dream, what that guy's on right now. He just sold his business and he's just gone. He's like, I've got no plans. I don't know where I'm going. I might go up to the Territory. I might go up the Cape. I'm going to cross the Strzelecki. Him and his Patriot, he bought that thing brand new. He didn't like the tent on the H. They actually just had a conversation. He did say if he had his time again, he definitely wouldn't have done that. He can feel it. You know, the centre of gravity on that thing wouldn't be terrific. It's not what we originally designed, but you know what? Each their own. It's Australia. He can do whatever the hell he wants. So yeah, it's just really cool. And if that's not a sign, I don't know what's a sign. Coming here, every time I see one of these things out on the road, every time I see one in the wild, I wonder where they're going, where have they been, what experience have they had with the company. But I get the same thing. You know, we've done a lot of things wrong over the years of Patriot campers, but I tell you one thing we've done right. I've never met an owner that isn't proud to have a Patriot, or from an engineering perspective, has any disappointment in their Patriot. It's just, I've never come across one. I've come across plenty of grumpy owners. They've had a bad experience, or customer care hasn't done this, or they bought the wrong product. But he just said the same thing. He's like, mate, this trailer is just bulletproof. He's had it for 5 years. And he said he's been all around Australia a couple of times with it, and now he's doing it again. So awesome. And he's coming to Camp Patriot. He knows about it, and he said he's going to try and make it back. So, all right, let me show you around. So come here real quick. Community grocer is right there. Supermarket, we won't go inside that. So you can fill up with fuel here. Liberty Fuels, so you can fill up here. There is a BP in town. I'm going to find the BP guy because I've got one of the green cards. Hospital's not far down the road. There's a couple of restaurants in town. I think there's 2 or 3 pubs in town, but we're not planning on coming in. But yeah, look, there's everything that we need close to town. You're literally 3 or 4 kilometres from the property. So if you do get stuck and you need to duck in, you forgot something, your kids need something or whatever, you can come into Wilcannia. And if you look this way, if you go that way, it's tarmac all the way to Sydney if you want it. Tarmac all the way to Melbourne if you want it. I think, let me get my bearings, but if you want to go South Australia, I'm pretty sure you've got to go that way and then hang a left and go all the way across there. And same way with the guys from Perth. We're going to head out through Cobar, Nyngan, back through Gundy, and then start beelining at home. So the sun's going to be going down the next couple of hours. Hit the highway. I've got a little bit of thinking to do. I'll come back to you before the day's end on really what I think is the final plan. But I think you're getting the gist of what's going on here, right? I think you know where Camp Patriot is going to be. Home time, heading north. So right now I'm about 250k out of Wilcannia. Just coming up on Cobar, well, still about 150k out of Cobar. I know this has been a completely different style of series for Patriot games or even Patriot campers. You know, normally you see us looking for the hardest stuff that we can possibly find, but this has just been an absolutely epic trip, and a trip that anyone can do, whether you're a Patriot owner, you're a caravan owner, you're a rooftop tent guy, you're just a ground tent guy, you know, or girl, whatever. It's one of those places in Australia that you've got to see. There's nothing hard about it, nothing difficult about it, and once again, the people what makes it. The people of the outback of this country are just amazing people, and I think that's why all of Australia is now just absolutely hooked on seeing our own backyard. Anyway, that's me. What have I got? I'm at about 1,500 kilometres from home. So Cobar's just here, back to the East Coast, back to the factory, back to the grind, back to all my people, and most importantly, back to the family. I've got this thing all pictured in my head now. I can see where the stage is, I can see the band's playing, I can see the kids on the kayaks, I can see the whole family pulling in, and by family I mean all the extended Patriot owners, the ones that put all the trust in us to create the brand and the products that we do. From the feedback that we got from Camp Patriot in 2025, I think that was a highlight of the year for most of the people. But what I'm most excited about is to bring this all together into one destination. One location. We've picked Wilcannia, 1,000 kilometres from Brisbane, 1,000 kilometres from Sydney, 1,000 kilometres from Melbourne, 1,000 kilometres from Adelaide, and really looking forward to our friends from Western Australia putting the monster effort in to get over here. We've put the work in, but now the countdown is on. Get online, secure your tickets, and whether you own a Patriot or not, we'll see you at Camp Patriot 2026.